Inside this Fort Myers home that stands at 101 years old,
Memo to team.
Ken Hafner is trying something new.
I would not be able to function. I couldn't work it without this.
Ken now runs his product development company through voice to text.
Please submit a list of target accounts.
A microphone and the mercy of transcription is his only option.
When did you get the diagnosis?
A year ago, April, I believe.
Doctors say it's ALS.
But the worst part of this is that there's no hope. Even
No longer can Ken lift his arms to do something as simple as this.
Yeah. Excuse me for a second, sorry.
He says he'd do anything to hold his grandkids one more time, or give his wife one more hug.
Little things in life that you just don't know you're going to miss until they're gone.
Gone, but maybe not for good. A few miles away in this garage are members of a student robotics team. They call themselves Java the Hutts.
We code in JavaScript, and the people who started the team, myself included, are Star Wars fans.
High school senior Robbie Stewart is one of the team's captains, along with junior Dhruva Sharma. A few months ago, they heard about Ken.
Bunch of teenagers in the garage.
Yeah, well, teenagers in a garage have accounted for some really pretty spectacular contributions to our society over the years.
And you're looking at another one.
We developed a device that would go around his waist, and then just a simple stepper motor will allow him to, with voice control, raise and lower his arm.
They've dubbed the device Project Ken. 7th grader Dhruva Sharma helped design this prototype.
So this is the circuit that'll hear what he says and send that signal to the Arduino, which can send the signal to the motor controller, which will make the motor spin.
The team did this while building another robot for a world championship competition.
And this is a simulation just to visualize what it's going to do on the field.
Still, Project Ken is the priority.
It's more valuable than any award that we can win at any competition. If we genuinely make a difference in his life, that's worth 1 million world championship titles to us.
If that's the case,
Hello, robot.
the biggest victory of their lives is near.
I don't remember Tony Stark having this many people to help put on his uniform. But
The device can only move Ken's arm inches, but it has miles of potential.
Oh, it's starting to pull over.
He can now scratch his nose.
this height is good, though.
And there's finally hope Ken can soon hug his wife.
Once you hook this up, I have one test.
In the meantime,
Giovanna, here, come here.
for the first time in a year, he took her hand and did this.
You feel better, huh?
Thank you.
ALS does not have a cure, but Ken believes these teenagers did help heal his spirit.
I guess that no matter how hopeless situations seem, there's always something to fight for.
Now they fight on together. In Fort Myers, Sean Martinelli, NBC2. A hospital room might be the last place a 2-year-old would want to start their new year.
Beautiful.
At least one would think.
A horse. A horse? All right. What does a horse say? Neigh. Neigh. Old MacDonald had a farm. He loves coming here. He asks for her, like, when we leave, like, if he'll ask if she can come, like, home with us and play music, or, like, on the way here, he'll ask if she's going to be here. So he loves it.
In September, Rebecca Miller's son Mason received a diagnosis.
He has acute lymphoblastic leukemia.
A mouthful to say the least.
Yeah. I had to learn how to say that.
Cancer can be scary, but here, the treatment doesn't have to be. Ashley Heed is one of Golisano Children's Hospital's 2 board-certified music therapists.
Sometimes I'll walk in and he's just kind of like trying to figure out what to do with his time here, and I'll walk in and he'll get this big smile on his face and he'll be like, music time! And it's really sweet to see.
Side by side with the patient, most of Ashley's work happens here.
A cow? Okay, what does the cow say?
But it also happens here.
So it's a consistent beat.
In this office, Ashley and colleague Tracy Fala turn patients' heartbeats into music.
So there's a lot that we can accomplish.
Together, they share a belief that in addition to medicine, music can also help heal.
We love what we do. I think I can speak for Ashley and I that we love what we do, and we're honored to be here.
It's a privilege really to be able to be a part of these patients' lives and help them through their experiences here.
And now those experiences aren't so scary when you can't help but smile. In Fort Myers, Sean Martinelli, NBC2. You can see it in Jensen Van Emberg's eyes.
I almost turned it into like a war between me and my opponent.
Challenge him in a game of table tennis.
Woo!
And prepare for a heavyweight duel.
I tried to, fight until the last moment. And I'm trying to show to my opponent that I'm not going anywhere.
Jensen is one of the best table tennis players in the world. That in and of itself is remarkable, but especially when you consider this.
From armpits down, I'm clinically complete, so I have very minimum sensation, no feeling in my legs.
Jensen became this way due to complications at birth.
And the doctor, when he was getting me out, pressed on my spinal cord on my back.
Life in a wheelchair is the only life he's ever known.
Yeah. When I was younger, I struggled a lot, because my brother played tennis, and I would like to be out there with my dad and my brother practicing, and I wasn't really able to do that.
Jensen couldn't play that kind of tennis, but he could play this kind.
I knew I could be the best, or one of the best, if I just worked very hard.
And he did.
Come on!
In 2021, Jensen earned his way to the Tokyo Paralympics, where he took home bronze.
I want to turn that bronze into either silver or gold. Yeah.
He'll have that opportunity this summer at the Paralympics in Paris. 6 days a week, he trains in Naples with coach Jeff Yamada.
We've been playing good matches. Today I let him win, of course, but because the TV is here. But
you let him win?
Yeah, of course.
Okay,
yeah,
that's what you like to tell yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
He cheats a little bit and stands up.
For Jensen, gold is the ultimate goal, but it's not what's most important.
I was in Mexico, and the young kids that are in the wheelchairs, that was their first ever tournament.
Jensen believes showing those like him what's possible means more than any medal.
I focus more on dwelling on my situation and tried to make the most of it.
And that's how this table tennis player who cannot walk still stands tall.
11-5, smoked them.
In Naples, Sean Martinelli, NBC2. Some people prefer to just get their feet wet. Then there are others who go all in.
Before she ever got her 1 foot in the water, she had an idea in her head.
It might not seem like Doreen King is doing much, but make no mistake, she is all in.
Some people are going to say, well, she'll do anything for attention.
They're not nosy like we are. Oh, is that what we are?
Doreen is in the midst of what she calls a floating fundraiser.
It's the easiest way to make money, because I do nothing.
Nothing except gliding across that water for a reason.
And it's to help somebody. She's not doing it for glory for her. She's doing it to help.
About a decade ago, Doreen got a diagnosis.
Ischemic optic neuropathy.
That means she's lost most of her vision, Doreen's down to just 5%.
I don't see my hand here. I don't see it here. But I'm looking straight at you. I see you have sunglasses on.
Recently, Doreen wanted to raise money for those who are blind and doing far worse than her.
So I suggested that I could float.
Well, it's something she can do. Other people do different things.
Right, she can't run a marathon.
Yeah, it's something
Well,
that
it
she
is a
can do.
marathon. She's doing a marathon.
Over 7 hours, Doreen raised thousands for the Southwest Florida Council of the Blind. During that time, she thought about this.
How good God is that lets me do these things.
Rarely does Doreen dwell on the sight she's lost. Instead, she thinks about how she can go all in with what's left.
It's amazing what you can do with 5%.
In Cape Coral, Sean Martinelli, NBC2.